Okay, we are back. FX Quintillionaires will be continuing with our terminologies. We were on PEEP. We did PEEP. That's where we ended, where I was showing you how we count the number of pips. So now let's move on to risk and lots. So with risk and lots, what that is, how I define it, it's just the number of shares that you are buying or the number of shares that you are selling when taking something. We all know that when you are buying shares, you specify how much you want and all that stuff. So it's the same thing in the market. When you are buying something, you get to control how much shares you want to buy and how much shares you want to sell. And we know that the more shares you buy, the higher is the risk also. Because if, let's say, while I'm buying $1, let's just say $1 is one share, I'm buying $1, so 1 USD. So when I'm buying 1 USD, then somebody else comes in and then they buy 10 USD. So this guy has 10 shares in the US while I have 1 share. So now if things are going my way, let's say they go up 5 pips, and let's just assume that I'm also making 1 share as it goes up, and then it goes up 20 pips, it goes up 20 points. Okay, let me go to point, let's not use pips for now. Okay, and then it goes up 20 points. If it goes up 20 points, and with assuming that I'm making 1 share, since I bought 1 share per point, then that means after that 20 points I'll be sitting at 21 USDs. So same thing if I was losing. Remember, if I bought that but then things went down, then it goes down with me, drags me down another 20 points. So that means also I'll be sitting at minus 21 USD, so I'll be losing. So this guy who took 10 shares for $10, what happens is to him, if these things are going up with him, again it goes up 20 pips. So since he took 10 shares, what will happen is when it gets to 20, when the price moves 20 points, that means he'll be sitting at $200, $210. Sorry, my bad. He'll be sitting to $210 because per point he will be making $10. And then again, if it falls down, if it were to fall after him buying, if it were to fall down another 20 pips, that means he'll be sitting on minus $210. So you see, the higher is the number of shares you have, or the higher is your risk. When things are going your way, you make more money, but then if they are going the other way around, again you lose money. you lose more money than a person who risked a little. So that is the risk. Now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna show you how we calculate now a profit. Now how do we calculate profit? If we're calculating profit on the market, okay, these are the formulas I wrote down. What happens is we have a standard account, we have an account which is called the standard account, and then we have an account which is called a micro account. So how you calculate profit on a standard bank, your profit is equal to your risk, so those number of shares, times 10, and then times a number of pips you've moved. Remember, we did pips on the other side. And then on the micro account, its profit is equal to risk times the number of pips. So there is no 10 here. So this 10 is not here on the micro account. So let's just assume that you risked 1. So that means you are buying 1 share of something, and then you're gonna move 20 pips. Let's say you took a position and then you risked 1, and then that position moved 20 pips. So then we can calculate how much profit you made. On the standard account, your profit will be equal to your risk, which is 1, times 10, times the number of pips which you moved, which is 20, and then you will make $200. So that will be your profit. And then on a micro account, the profit will be 1 times 2, 1 times the number of pips, which is 20, again 20, and then you will come out here with $20. So you see, on a micro account, since we don't have that 10, then your money doesn't grow that much. So in order for you, if you want to make more on a micro account, if let's say you also want to move 20 pips but then make that $200, then that means you're gonna have to risk more. So instead of risking 1, then you might want to risk 10. So because if you risk 10, then you will make $200. So that's the difference between the two accounts, the micro account and the standard account. Okay. And in trading also, we have two different types of accounts. One is demo and another one is live. So probably you've heard people saying I'm trading demo, another one saying I'm trading live. So a demo account, it's more like a practice account. What you do is you just register with any broker of your choice, or you register with them, and then when you register with them, what you do, and then you specify whether you want a demo or a live account. On a demo account, that is when they will give you money that you're gonna use to trade while you're practicing. So even before you can deposit your money into Forex, what you do first is you start on the demo account. So you learn everything. After learning, and then you go and practice. If you've got the skill, you practice on a demo account where a broker will give you money. If you lose that money, you don't pay it back. And also, if you make profit, you can't withdraw it. So it's just a practice account. That's demo. And then when you feel confident with the skill that you have learned and you are happy you can make money on demo, then now you can take things live. Now you can open a live account again with the same broker. You can go to another broker, and then you open a live account. Then you can start, and then you can deposit your money now into Forex. And then if you lose, you'll be losing your actual money. If you're making profit, that profit you're making, you can withdraw and eat. So now, demo account and live account, and we come to this formula right here. I want to show you a mistake that most people make when trading these two, demo and live, and then we come to the standard account. So on demo, since they're using money that they've been given by a broker, or what they tend to do is when they're practicing their skill, they will risk more on demo. So while this guy is still practicing, he will come on demo and then he'll be buying like 3 shares. So remember, we spoke about shares or risk. He will be risking 3. Whenever he takes a position, he risks 3. That position moves about, let's say it moves 5 pips. So this guy risked 3, and then his position moved 5 pips. So let's go to our formula and calculate how much profit he'll be making. His profit will be his risk, which is 3 times 10, and then times the number of pips, which is 5, and that is $150. So now this guy will be happy, and then he will take his profit. While I made money today. You see, that's 150 is a lot. And then again takes another position, probably let's say this time risk 5, because it's demo, they risk 5, and then risking 5 times 10, and then again let's stick to our 5 pips. It goes 5 pips, and then now how much is that? 50 times 5, that would be 250. So now this is a lot again. I made money, breaking, I made money, you see, I'm making money. But now the thing is, when they actually funding their account, their live account now, remember they've been making this, they've been closing positions on 5 pips because they think they're making money. Now when they fund their real account, you find that they don't have that exact amount that their broker gave them while they were trading them, or maybe you'll find out they had about $3,000 on their account. Now when they are funding their live account, you'll find that somebody probably maybe has about $330. Okay, let's take this to a new page. So now when they're funding their live accounts, you'll find that now maybe let's just say they have $300. So $300 to fund their live accounts, and then now they faced with the reality that now they cannot buy 3 shares because they don't have enough money to buy 3 shares, and maybe they can go to a maximum of 0.3 shares that they can buy on their live account. So someone then might opt for 0.01 or 0.1 on a position on a live account. So then let's go back to it now. They're risking this much, and then let's say again they got that 5 pips which they moved on demo account. So their profit will be 0.01 times 10 times 5, which then will put us 0.1 times 5, which will be equal to 0.5. So now on demo he moved 5 pips. He moved 5 pips on demo and he made $150. Now live he's moving 5 pips and is making $50. So you see, it's all in the mind now. So if then on demo you are driven by the money you're making, then you will have a problem when you're coming to your live account, because then on demo you will risk anything just so you can double your account or triple your accounts. But then when it comes to your live account, you'll find that now your live account doesn't just allow you to risk anything now, because you don't have a lot of money there. So when I'm teaching, I like to emphasize that somebody mustn't risk anything, even on demo. Treat demo as if it was your real account. Yes, they might give you that 3,000 or that 5,000, but you can risk anything. But what I want you to focus on is this here, your pips. Make sure that at least each trade you take, you can go 20 pips, because then if you can get 20 pips a day on a trade on demo, so now, and then you forget about money, forget how much you made out of that. Even if you risk 100, but make sure you get 20 pips on that 100. Even if you risk 50, you still make sure you get these 20 pips. And then when you're going live, then it's simple now, because when you go to your live account, you'll know that if you are risking your 0.01, your target is 20 pips, and 20 pips your profit there will be $2. So that will be your profit, and then you are out. So if you have a big account, then you can up your risk. Let's say somebody else might risk 0.1. If you're risking 0.1, you know you get to $20, that is 20 pips, then you are out. But make sure that you can hit your 20 pips. And another thing is, when you are on demo, I always emphasize for my students, so that you don't get stressed about going to count the number of pips as I taught you. Remember, like how you count them on a side. Let's come back to our formula. We said profit is equal to risk times 10 times number of pips. So I want to do something here. If let's say you are risking 0.1 and then you are going for 20 pips, so that means the profit you're gonna make will be equal to your risk, which is 0.1 times 10 times that 20 pips, and then your profit will be $20. And then again, let's do another example. Let's say now you're going for 30 pips now. Let's say you're going for 30 pips now. So it means it will be the same thing, just that you will have 30 here instead of 20. And then now your profit will be $30. And then again, let's do another example. Let's say you are going for 5 pips now. Then it means it will just be a 5 here instead of 20. And then your profit also will be $5. I want you to see something common here. If you are going for 20 pips and you are risking 0.01, your profit is $20. So the profit and the number of pips is the same. If you are going for 30 pips, risking that 0.01, the same, your profit is the same as the number of pips. If you are risking 0.5 and you are if you are going for 5 pips and then you are risking 0.01, your profit is the same as the number of pips. So then now, if you are on demo and then you are risking 0.1 on every position you take. So if I take a position, I go and I buy EU. So if I go and buy EU, and then when I'm checking my profits, I found that now, okay, it's on $20. Then I know, voila, so that's my 20 pips. So I can close the trade or I can hold, depending on the strategy that I'm using. But then, like, if you know that you can hit your 20 pips, then you're happy. Then you'll know, let's say while this position is still active, it gets to $2. Then you know that $2 is like you're on 2 pips now, so 18 more to go. You go to $4, okay, 16 more to go, it gets to 20 pips, and then so it becomes easier now. You just look at your profit, and then now you look at your number of, okay, you look at your profit, and then your profit tells you exactly how many pips you are on, but provided you risk at 0.1. If you risk higher, then you're gonna have to go back to a formula, do your division, and then you will be able to get how much pips you are on. So that's how simple it is. And then we're gonna continue on another video. Peace for now.